Yes, our light bill was around like $6. Hola mis amores, how are you? ¿Cómo están? Thank you so much for coming back and watching our channel. We really do appreciate it. For those of you that came over from notifications, thank you so much. Like, we truly do appreciate that. So we know that a lot of you are interested in the cost of living in the Dominican Republic. And you know, I like to specifically talk a little bit more about Santo Domingo because that is where I was actually living, or that's where Gary and I were actually living. Now, of course, we got to travel and do a lot of other fun things, but I'm going to talk a little bit specifically about Santo Domingo. And today I'm going to talk specifically about our electricity bill, because obviously if you're trying to figure out the cost of what it would take to live there, you have to figure out things like rent, your electricity bill, how much you may need to budget for food, and so on and so forth. So if you are interested in looking at how much we paid for rent, definitely go and check out the other video that I did on that. You know, the conversation could truly go on and on and on, and everyone has like different experiences. So I just kind of like to scratch the surface. And as you can see, I've been just kind of taking everything topic by topic. Before I start talking about our electricity bill, one thing that I would like to say before I get started is, you know, I'm just truly sharing my own experience. Of course, there are a lot of people that have lived in the Dominican Republic. There are a lot of people that travel there. So many people have different experiences with the Dominican Republic. The only thing that I'm merely doing is sharing my own personal experience. I'm definitely not telling you what you should or what you should not do. This is just surely my personal experience. Another thing is, I'm not suggesting that you go and do all the things that I've done either. I'm just again sharing my experience. Some of you may consider some of the things that I do like truly on the extreme side. So I'm not telling you to go and do that. I know a lot of people said that I shoulda, woulda, coulda, shoulda, like, and the things that I chose to do were just the things that I chose to do. So of course, if you know more information besides what I shared today, or if you have a different experience, you're more than welcome to leave it in the comment section below, because I'm pretty sure as a community this can really help other people out. So they'll get to hear what I say, they get to hear what you say, and then of course anyone that's looking for this information can, you know, gather it all up and apply that and make their own personal decision to whatever they choose to do. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive right in. Let's go ahead and talk about our electricity bill. So Gary and I had our electricity with a company called Ede Este. This is what our contract looked like. A lot of information is blocked out on here because it is some personal information on there, but at least you can get an idea of what the contract looked like. Here, I also have a number of the bills that we received while we were there. I unfortunately do not have all of them, but I do have some that are here in my hand. And yes, I have more information blocked out here, but these are the only ones that I could find. So these are unfortunately the only ones that I physically have. Amazingly enough, our account online is still there. So like, I went in to see if I could pull up some of our old bills. Our old bills just aren't there because it has been a while. All right, I wanted to give you guys like an average of over a year of what I paid. However, since I don't have a full year, so I'm just going to take the ones that I physically have. I'll let you see like how much we paid for the months that, you know, we actually do have a bill for. I'm going to let you guys know what our cheapest bill was and what our most expensive bill was as well. Obviously, the bills that I have here are in Dominican pesos, so I'm going to give you an estimate of what it would have been in dollars around the time of the bill. Obviously, the exchange rate changed a lot. I'm just going to go by what I remember. It was like somewhere around 44 to 45 Dominican pesos to $1. So I'm just gonna say 44. So the estimates that I give you in US dollars is basically 44 Dominican pesos to $1 US. The dollar to the peso today, I'm showing to be 47.25. So 47.25 Dominican pesos equals $1, and that's the calculation that I'm doing for the today's rate. I believe it was just like the Google currency converter that converted the rates over for me. I'm pretty sure some of you are gonna say there's a better currency converter, and if you're really curious of what the exact amount would have been on a particular date, you're more than welcome to go online and search for a better currency converter to figure out what the exact exchange rate would have been on that particular date. Based off of what I have here in my hand, our cheapest bill was in July 2013. It was $278.20 $6.29 Dominican pesos, and in 2013 that would have roughly been $6.32. If you want to know what that would be in today's dollars, that would be roughly $5.89. Now you're going to see a huge jump when I tell you what our most expensive bill was, and I'm actually going to explain part of what the big jump was, but first I'm going to tell you the amount and then I'll tell you why there was such a huge jump. Our most expensive bill was showing for March 2014. It was for 1,705.48 Dominican pesos. That would have been roughly $38.76. Now in today's dollars, that same bill would be around $36.09. As I mentioned, I'm going to tell you what the jump was. We had a jump from $6 to $38. You know, again, that's the cheapest to the most expensive bill that we had, but in either case, like, we still had like this big jump. Like, we went from under 1,000 pesos to over 1,000 pesos. What happened? I'm going to tell you what happened. Before I do, I'm just going to say again, everyone has different experiences in every single last country that you can imagine. When I first went to the Dominican Republic, it's like I felt the heat, but for whatever reason, it really didn't bother me. I think that I was just so excited to be there that I could take the heat without too much of a problem. However, living there with time, I don't know, like, I guess I really started to feel the heat and it started affecting me. Again, for a really long time, I was okay with it. We would just use fans. But then again, I guess just after being there for some time, I just realized that I was really hot and I couldn't take too much of that anymore. So I was like, we have to get an air conditioner. That air conditioner is what caused like this huge jump between our bills. That's to help explain how we went from $6 to like $38. If you were going to live in the Dominican Republic, how much would your electricity light be? Well, at least you can see an idea of what mine was. Again, I know there are more of you that come by and you watch this video. You know, if you wanted to give an estimate or a range of what people can expect, you can go ahead and put that down there. Again, that will help other people out to see what you have to say, and they can see from my own personal bills how much Gary and I were paying. And I think the other thing that I will just mention briefly, it's in regards to getting an inverter. So when I was first living in La Zona Universitaria, I don't really remember having too much problems with the lights going out. I think when I made my last move, that's when I experienced it more, and I ended up getting an inverter. You know, I just used to do a lot of work from home, so I needed to make sure my internet was turned on, and having the inverter saved me a whole lot. It's because, like, you know, where I was at that time, you didn't know when it was going to go out. Depending on the area that you're in, you may have this problem, you may not have this problem. I'm not trying to tell you if you will or you won't. I really think it's just kind of based off of what area you live in. Again, and if any of you know the specific areas where the lights don't go out or they rarely go out, or areas where they go out a lot, you're more than welcome to put that in the comment section.
Pero le voy a enseñar de la manera en la cual yo lo hago. Camino para la iglesia. Estamos en Union Square. Está un poquito caliente, pero no tanto, está bueno.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm actually happy about that. Super happy about that.
Tuvimos dificultad con el audio a la hora de grabar los videos, puesto que tuvimos que grabarlo 2 veces, pero gracias a Dios ya lo pudimos resolver y tenemos más contenido para ustedes.
We recorded like 5 videos or so yesterday, and now we have to record them again because we had like audio issues.
Hello, no puedo hablar mucho español.
A lot of times I don't listen because we've just had good success with audio in the past. I don't listen, but now this is my headphones. They're going to be listening to make sure that everything goes well. Gary looks like he's prepared. He's saying hi to everyone.
Hi everyone.
All right, let's get this thing on the road. I hope you enjoyed this video. Right about now, a picture's gonna come up. Go ahead and click that picture. That's to subscribe to this channel. After you subscribe, go ahead and turn on the notifications so that way you won't miss any videos. You will also get to see more of, topics like these, living in the Dominican Republic, traveling in the Dominican Republic, Dominican Spanish, and just more videos of Gary and I. Thank you so much for watching.